I am Dr. Ekta Bhushan, Assistant Professor, Indira Gandhi Institute of Physical Education and Sports Sciences, University of Delhi. Today we are going to study about circulatory system. The human body is a complex machine requiring many processes to function efficiently. To keep these crucial processes running without any hitches, vital elements and components need to be delivered to the various parts of the body. This role of transportation is undertaken by the human circulatory system, moving essential nutrients and minerals throughout the body and metabolic waste products away from the body. The human circulatory system consists of a network of arteries, veins and capillaries, with the heart pumping blood through it. Its primary role is to provide essential nutrients, minerals and hormones to various parts of the body. Alternatively, the circulatory system is also responsible for collecting metabolic waste and toxins from the cells and tissues to be purified or expelled from the body. So let's start with human's heart. The human heart is one of the most important organs responsible for sustaining life. It is a muscular organ with 4 chambers. The size of the heart is the size of about clenched fist. The human heart functions throughout a person's lifespan and is one of the most robust and hardest working muscles in the human body. Besides humans, most of the other animals also possesses a heart that pumps blood throughout their body. Even invertebrates such as grasshopper possess a heart-like pumping organ, though they do not function the same way a human heart does. Positioning of a heart. So here we can see the photograph in which we can see the positioning of the heart. The heart is located between the lungs in the thoracic cavity, slightly towards the left of the sternum. The sternum is the center bone between the thoracic cage. The human heart is about the size of a human fist and is divided into 4 chambers, namely 2 ventricles and 2 arteries. The ventricles are the chambers that pump blood and atrium are the chambers that receive blood, among which both right atrium and ventricle make up the right heart, and the left atrium and ventricle make up the left heart. The structure of the heart also houses the biggest artery in the body, that is aorta. In this picture, we can see the structure of the human heart. Here we can see in the left side, in the right side, we are seeing the blue color, and in the left side, we are seeing the red color. Blue color refers to deoxygenated blood, and red color in this picture, red color is for oxygenated blood. In this picture, we can also see that the heart is divided into 4 chambers, that is right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. And there are 4 valves also. One is tricuspid valve, which is in between right atrium and left ventricle, ventricle. And why we call this tricuspid valve? Because it has 3 doors, and we also call this valve atrioventricle valve because it divides both the atrium and ventricle. Same in the left side also. In the left side we can see left atrium and left ventricle, and the valve or gateway in between is called bicuspid valve or mitral valve, or we can also say that atrioventricle valve. In the same way, because this valve divide the left atrium and left ventricle. There are two other valves also, which is pulmonary valve and aortic valve, and their function we will study further also. We can also see in the up superior vena cava and in downward inferior vena cava, and there is a biggest artery of the human body called aorta also. So this is the structure of human heart. So the right and left region of the heart are separated by a wall of muscle called the septum. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs or reoxygenated through the pulmonary arteries. The right semilunar valve closes and prevent the blood from flowing back in the heart, and then oxygenated blood is received by the left atrium from the lungs via the pulmonary veins. So now we are going to study the function of heart. So the function of heart in any organism is to maintain a constant flow of blood throughout the body. This replenishes oxygen and circulates nutrients among the cells and tissues. One of the primary functions of the human heart is to pump blood throughout the body. Blood delivers oxygen, hormones, glucose and other components to various parts of the body, including the human heart. The heart also ensures that adequate blood pressure is maintained in the body. Now we will study the blood vessels also, because they are very important as far as the circulatory system or heart is concerned. In this picture also we can see three types of vessels. One is artery, vein and capillaries. You can also see that arteries refers to red color and vein refers to blue color. Why is it so? Because arteries carry blood away from the heart. The arteries in the system loop carry oxygenated blood to different parts of the body, while the ones in the pulmonary loop carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Veins, they carry deoxygenated blood from the body and deoxygenated blood from the lungs into the heart. Capillaries, arteries break down into minuscule network of capillaries, which are the smallest blood vessels and present in the lungs and muscles. Now we are going to study the functions of circulatory system. The most important function of the circulatory system is transporting oxygen throughout the body. It helps in sustaining all the organ systems. It transports blood, nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide and hormones throughout the body. It protects cells from pathogens. It acts as an interface for cell to cell interaction. The substances present in the blood help repair the damaged tissues. And there are certain types of circulations also in heart. One is pulmonary circulation. It is a portion of circulation responsible for carrying deoxygenated blood away from the heart to the lungs and then brings oxygenated blood back to the heart. Then there is a systematic circulation, the portion of circulation where the oxygenated blood is pumped from the heart to every organ and tissue in the body, and deoxygenated blood comes back again to the heart. Now the heart itself is a muscle and therefore it needs a constant supply of oxygenated blood. This is where another type of circulation comes into play, the coronary circulation. This is the last one, is an essential portion of the circulation where oxygenated blood is supplied to the heart, and this is important as the heart is responsible for supplying blood throughout the body. Moreover, Organs like the brain needs a steady flow of fresh oxygenated blood to ensure functionality. In a nutshell, the circulatory system plays a vital role in supplying oxygen, nutrients and removing carbon dioxide and other wastage from the body. Let us gain a deeper insight into the various anatomical structures of the heart. So again, we see the structure of the heart and pulmonary circulation. In a layman language, I can say that first of all, the blood enters in the heart through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, where it enters first into the right atrium. In right atrium, it goes into the right ventricle through tricuspid valve, or we can say atrioventrical valve. Then from left atrium, it goes from pulmonary arteries to the lungs. In lungs, the deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated in alveoli, and then again the blood enters to the heart at left atrium through pulmonary veins, and then blood goes to the left ventricle and through bicuspid valve, or we can say mitral valve, and atrioventrical valve. Then through aortic valve it goes to aorta, and from aorta it circulates to the whole body. So this is the pulmonary circulation of the heart. In this picture also we can see how the blood in the blue color, we can say this blood is deoxygenated, which enters in the heart through superior and inferior vena cava, and through pulmonary arteries it goes to the lungs. Then lungs purifies the blood, and blood becomes oxygenated, and then again comes and enter to the heart at left atrium, and then left ventricle, and through aorta it goes again to the body. So this is the circulation. Again we can study that blood circulation starts when the heart relaxes between two heartbeats. The blood flows from both atria into the ventricles, and which then expand. The following phases is called ejection period, which is when both ventricle pumps the blood into the large arteries. In the systematic circulation, the left ventricle pumps oxygen rich blood into the main artery, that is aorta. The blood travels from the main artery to larger and smaller arteries and into the capillaries network. There the blood drops off oxygen, nutrients and other important substances and picks up carbon dioxide and waste products. The blood, which is now low in oxygen, is collected in veins and travels to the right atrium and into the right ventricle. This is where pulmonary circulation begins. So the right ventricle pumps low oxygen blood into the pulmonary artery, which branches off into smaller and smaller arteries and capillaries. The capillaries form a fine network around the pulmonary vessels, which is gaps like air sacs at the end of the airway, which we also call alveoli. This is where carbon dioxide is released from the blood into the air inside the pulmonary vessels, and fresh oxygen enter the bloodstream, where we breathe out carbon dioxide leaves our body. Oxygen rich blood travels through the pulmonary veins and the left atrium into the left ventricle. The next heartbeat starts a new cycle of systematic circulation. Here also we can see again this whole blood flow of the human heart and the circulatory system. Again, we will revise what we have learned in this lesson. In the left side, you can see a structure of a human body where you can see all the blue vessels. In the right side, you can see the red vessels. So blue vessels refers to veins and red ones refers to arteries. Again, the deoxygenated blood through the veins enter the blood through veins and through superior and inferior vena cava, and going through to all the atrium and ventricle and through pulmonary artery is it goes to the lungs, and where lungs the deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated and then comes back to the heart through pulmonary veins, and where it is left atrium, and then it goes to left ventricle and then to aorta, and from aorta it circulates to the whole body. So this is the cycle of circulation of heart and blood which goes and goes and goes. Then I hope you understand circulatory system, in which we have learned about structure and functions of heart, blood vessels, circulation of blood and functions of circulatory system. That's all for today. See you next time. Thank you.